Previously on Old Iron Adventures. Alex and his crew finished up cataloging Nolan Brown's spectacular collection of automobiles. Then DJ worked with the Ground family to help catalog their massive Alice Chalmers collection. And finally, Brian completed another successful pickup down in Georgia. Aumann Auctions has been in business for over 60 years and has been the leading force around the world in vintage power. And we're going to show you why. Through adventures around the world, you'll see vintage tractors, trucks, cars, memorabilia, and so much more. Aumann Auctions isn't just an auction company, but a group of men and women with a passion for the stories behind these items. Welcome to Old Iron Adventures. Up in Leonard, Michigan, a one-of-a-kind collection hides away in barns. But Chris Hudson is here to uncover these treasures and showcase them to the world.
My name is Chris Hudson. Today we're here in Leonard, Michigan. We're pulling all of the Gary Sotheby tractor collection out of the buildings. We're getting photographs, getting some stuff running, taking some videos. So today we're gonna, focus a lot on pulling tractors out. Tomorrow and the following days we'll focus on, a lot of the smaller items and kind of going through that stuff and the gas engines and implements and so on and so forth. Today we have myself here, Avery Epplett. He actually works for us in the tractor restoration business, and then my dad Don, he is also here. And then Lauren Birch came down from northern Michigan. He's given us a hand for a couple of days as well. So basically what we do, we go into the building, we pull all the big stuff out first, start doing the pictures, getting some stuff running, doing some videos. Then once we kind of get all the bigger items out, then we can kind of start going through the smaller items.
While most items in this collection have no problem starting, that doesn't mean you don't run into a bad egg every so often. But that is no problem for Chris and Avery, as they are no strangers to bringing vintage power to life.
It doesn't seem like we're having any spark. I don't know if the points are dirty or the plug wires are corroded or something. We're gonna have to check it out and look at some connections and see if we can clean them up or something. So we were out there messing with it earlier, 2040, and it wasn't sparking for me all the time. It was pretty weak. I had to take the points off and clean them up and dust them up, blow the stuff out of there, and the impulse was hanging up too, so had to oil it up and get it working right. But once we did that, we put some gas in it, it run. Just needed to clean up one of the spark plugs and stuff and drain a bunch of extra oil out of it, and it runs really good now.
While Chris and his crew do a great job at tackling the Gary Sotheby collection, there are still obstacles that come in the way of Chris and the team, some that are without their control.
So today the biggest challenge that we have had was we were not here when all of the stuff was put into the building the last time, so everything has to come out very strategically. Gary, when he was amassing this collection, he would fill a building up, then he would add on another building, and they were kind of connected together, and it's kind of been a process of Tetris to get all of the stuff out of here and to be able to really see the collection for what it is.
What are we thinking?
I think we got a lot of tractors to go through. Is unique because Gary literally grabbed up anything he could find that was pre-1930. It doesn't matter if it's anything from this Aumann Taylor to a cross motor case to a Happy Farmer tractor. There's a little bull here, just a little bit of everything and kind of a wide array of anything that could appeal to any collector. So a couple of the main items we have here today, one would be this 3060 Aumann Taylor, just a good example of an Aumann Taylor. There's a 2550 Avery tractor, also, you know, a very sought after and kind of desirable tractor. 2040 case, we haven't sold one of those in a couple of years. You know, then there's other things such as the Happy Farmer, the Little Bull tractor, both very unique pieces to the collection. And then, you know, there's other things as well. You know, we get down into the Farmalls and the John Deeres and that type of stuff as well.
Every family vacation involved looking for hidden miss motors or tractors. But we traveled all over the United States. Had fun doing that. His favorite tractor would be the Aumann Taylor, followed by the 1836 Harp-Par.
I can't tell you exactly what year he started, but it was after we got married, and he just loved all the old tractors and all the old equipment. And we used to go on vacations and always going to pick something up that he bought, and he met a lot of nice people, and it's been wonderful for both of us. Well, I enjoyed it because he always took me with him every time he went to pick something up, and we met a lot of wonderful people that we're friends with yet, and just to see him enjoy it as much as he did, that meant a lot to me too.
This collection's really big. There's a lot of stuff here and the barns are packed. This is a lot different than some of the places we go to. There's a lot of stuff here, and it's a lot of old stuff, and I mean lots of good parts and tractors and everything. And I mean a lot of the stuff runs, and it runs pretty good too, so it's really pretty sweet.
This collection features a wide variety of vintage power that is unique to the average collector, from a Happy Farmer tractor to the Little Bull that you see here. Even to John Deere, Case, and Harp-Par, there was no telling of what Gary Sotheby was going to find next. Even in his own home, Gary and his wife Dolores had another collection of glass milk bottles.
I don't know why he started collecting them, but he just enjoyed that, and he's got a lot of different ones, and this thing is full of them over here too.
So working with the Sotheby family, they're super easy to get along with. Mrs. Sotheby, she just is happy to see, you know, somebody doing something with some of the stuff. It's really hard for them to see it go, you know, because this was such a big part of Gary's life. But, you know, I think they understand too that it gives all of this equipment an opportunity for somebody else to do something with it. So today went really good. We got almost all the tractors out of the building. Tomorrow we'll be able to start focusing on, maybe this shed here with some of the implements, and we got a pile of gas engines behind us. Everything's going pretty good. As any project like this, once you get into it, you find that there is a lot more stuff here than what you anticipated.
As Chris Hudson works hard up in Michigan, the Aumann staff prepare themselves for their yearly Pre-30 event. This is the weekend that is jam-packed for the Aumann staff, as they must get ready for not only their biggest auction event of the year, but also plan out their ever-growing tractor school event. However, for this year's Pre-30 event, one of the more intriguing items that is up for sale is a 25-horse Type D Titan, a tractor that made its way to Nokomis, Illinois with a not-so-fashionable arrival.
Hey, so we got a great consignment from one of our clients in England who had purchased a tractor in Australia, and they had had some work done on the tractor in Australia, which required the tractor to be disassembled when it was shipped. So when the container arrived here and we opened the doors, we looked in, and there was an International Titan in a million pieces. And it was quite a job just to get it out of the container, let alone sorting out all the parts and figuring out that we had everything to put a tractor back together. And then we gathered up a crew to assemble that tractor, and it was like a NASCAR pit crew, only things were heavier and it was a little slower. But irregardless, that crew put that tractor together in basically 2 days.
Now, Alex gives us a deeper look into this item and the work that went behind turning a bunch of assorted items into an iron Frankenstein.
So a couple of weeks ago, we had a pretty special tractor get delivered, a 25-horse Type D Titan. The only problem was that it came inside of a box. It was like a adult assemble your own Titan kit. What they ended up doing, they wanted to fit it inside the container, so they ended up having to split the tractor. So they took the engine off, left most of that assembled, but took all the transmission, the engine itself, and then split the frame in half. That way they could easily fit it inside the container. We ended up bringing in Steve McIntosh and KR Huff. They came in to help kind of get things together and assist with getting things put back, and hopefully fixing any problems that come up, because we know there's some rough parts here that might need a little work here and there, but I think we can get it back together and get it running again. All in all, kind of going through the project itself is putting it back together and getting things going again. We ran into a few little issues here and there, a couple things that were broken in transit or had been broken before. But there were some shims that came up missing, so we had to make some new shims. There's some missing hardware that we had to run to the hardware store, which isn't necessarily close around us, so we had to make a trek for that. After we finally got things done, I was ready. Every tractor is different, so you kind of have to do a little bit of trial and error. But honestly, we kind of jumped up on it and put some kind of rough settings as far as starting the tractor on, and tried what we knew, and it actually took right off. That was huge and kind of a relief at the same time. But yeah, super exciting to see that thing run and drive again for the first time, I'm assuming, since it got shipped out. So that would be 1911. So first time it's run on U.S. soil in over 100 years. So that's kind of cool to see and know that it's happened.
With Chris and Avery still in Leonard, Michigan, overnight rain passes through the area, making the haul-out process more difficult for them.
So day two, we're going through some of these gas engines. We've got quite the collection of them. They're piled in everywhere. It's also raining outside, so the weather is really good. And we've got our loader tractor here, and we're kind of trying to get stuff out of here on pallets. Everything's really heavy, and there's a lot of manual moving of gasoline engines. This building here, as I'm sure Zach will show you, is also packed full of items. This is kind of the last step of getting all of the big items out and to where people can take a look at them and they can be on display. Once that's done, then we can kind of move through the smaller items a lot faster and get that stuff loaded up.
Well, we got some pretty not so good weather going on outside, so we're working inside today. We got quite a collection of gas engines we got to dig out of here, and we're going to have to do a little bit of inventive moving to get it out of here. We got a bunch of stuff back there on the shelf. There's a side shaft engine and a bunch of other stuff that's tipped over, so we're going to have to figure out how to get them out of there. We got a kind of a lift truck here that just needed a battery. We'll put a new battery in it, and I think we can actually put it to use getting some of this stuff out of here. This is really cool. I mean, to find collections like this and go digging through an old barn and get all this stuff out. I mean, this stuff hasn't moved probably in a really long time, and digging it all out and getting it ready for its new owners and stuff. It's pretty neat. It's pretty fun to go digging through these old barns. I like it.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet?
Yeah. He'd see him go, but somebody will give him a good home. I hope. And they enjoy him as much as he did.
Well, before Gary passed, he always said, if I die, he said, I want you to get Aumann Auction. He really had a lot of good reports about Aumann Auctions, so there wasn't any question. That's just what we did. We wanted to please him, whatever he said. Chris has been wonderful. He's answered all my questions, and he came out the very first time to talk to us and told us just exactly what would happen and everything. So we've been very pleased with Aumann Auctions.
Overall, the collection, I mean, it's a very old collection. Gary, he gathered everything that he could of. It wasn't just tractors, it wasn't gas engines, it was anything related to the farm that he gathered up. The Sotheby family, they have been very good to work with. Anything we need, they always get for us, and they kind of just turn us loose here and let us do what we got to get done to pull the sale together.
It's Gary just enjoyed it so much, and I did too. Every time he'd bring something home, I'd have to come out and look at it. And it just, I hate to see it go. I've thought about that a lot because he loved it, but I'm glad in a way because then I know it's going to be well taken care of.
Next time on Old Iron Adventures. Aumann Auctions hosts their annual Tractor School event, which features hundreds of onlookers from around the globe.